this month. I can't even see my toes. I'm so pregnant. Can't fit any clothes. Don't ask me the name. I don't know.
I said, baby, don't kick me. I might just go pee-pee. I can't stand no waiting. I just want some sushi. Better show up at tabs. Bitch, much money online. I'm straight up in there so much. Ought to give me a job. Hit put tab. Now tell me who that? Who that? Breathing through that. Put that back up by the door. I thought you knew that. I be pre-GGO. Hold my water hold. Did you get my push present? Only 2 weeks to go.
Hey guys, it's Lisa and you're watching my 29-week pregnancy vlog. It's Friday, June 20th. Tomorrow, Saturday, I will be 30 weeks. That means I only have 10 weeks left to go. 2.5 months. That is absolutely ridiculous and amazing all at the same time. I'm just really excited. Well, I can't stress enough how excited I am to meet her and how excited Matt is to meet her. This week has been a great week with a little worry here and there. This is TMI, so if you don't like TMI, don't listen. If you don't like hearing about sex, don't listen. If you're under the age of 18 or 19 or whatever, turn it off or fast forward or whatever. But my husband and I were having sex one morning, and it's actually the morning of my OB appointment, and when I orgasmed, I had liquid come out, like quite a bit of liquid. And so my first thought was, oh shit, what if that's amniotic fluid? But then I realized that I used to have G-spot orgasms, and I haven't had one in a while. And so I was like, maybe that was it. So we went to the OB and she said, unless you're still leaking or you're still having any sort of liquid coming out, then you should be fine. But if you see that, go to the hospital, and so on and so forth. And so there hasn't been any other leakage. And so I'm left to believe that, because it was pretty intense, I'm left to believe that that was a G-spot orgasm. So if you're ever having sex and you have that happen and you don't continue to leak fluid, I would still talk to your OB. I mean, there's no telling what could be up with your body, but that could happen. And apparently when I looked it up on Google, it's easier to have a G-spot orgasm when pregnant. So, yeah. Just thought I would share that in case anybody else has that experience. I was freaking out at first. It even scared my husband. We're like, what if we just broke the amniotic sac? That would not be good. Too early. So, I think we're safe. So, I went to the OB this week. What's really awesome is that we found out that I am clear of gestational diabetes. I do not have gestational diabetes. I didn't test on the side where I'd have to go and get a second test done. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for your thoughts and your prayers. They must have worked, because here I am not having to go for that second 3-hour test. Thank you. That's amazing. Another thing is that I tested negative for any infections with the vaginal swab. Absolutely awesome. I was like, well, what would cause me to have yellow discharge? And she's like, well, that can happen to some women in pregnancy, so because of hormones and so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay, as long as it's nothing, that's all that matters. And I made sure, like, I asked questions. I was like, you tested for yeast infections? Did you also test for bacterial vaginosis and all these other different things? And she's like, yeah, and you're clear of everything. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. My thyroid function is up there just fine. I don't have blood sugar issues, I guess, but it's kind of interesting because, like, sometimes when I drink a smoothie or have some junk food or whatever, I'll feel tired, but I'm starting to wonder if it's just because I didn't have enough sleep and, like, the sugars are playing havoc on me or something like that. I'm also drinking this amazing smoothie which consists of Kiju, pomegranate, and apple, I think, juice. along with probiotic yogurt and banana and mango and strawberry and spinach. And it's delicious. So, if I were to be doing the low fructose thing right now, because I gotta eat the groceries we have now, but if I was doing the low fructose thing, I would have to take out the mango. I'm allowed to eat strawberries, and in the preceding weeks, seeing how things go, if things get a lot better, then I might have to get rid of other allergens like gluten and milk products, and so we'll see how things go. But I'm just going to start out with low fructose and go from there. I do know that it is such a relief to know those things. I went up 5 pounds, so now I'm at 227 pounds. I'm only supposed to gain 3 more pounds, but I've heard that from this point forward, there's going to be a lot of weight gain because, of course, there's, you know, the baby, and she's going to grow, and there's going to be more tissue and different fluids that are increasing during the rest of my pregnancy. So, like, right now, I think she's veering around somewhere between 2.5 and 3 pounds. So, on average, babies come out anywhere between 6 and 9 pounds. And so, I'm hoping she comes out at like 7. So then I only gain like 4 or 5 more pounds tops. Because I mean, if I'm only over 2 pounds, what she wanted me to gain, that's not too bad. Because I'm only supposed to gain 15. I'm at 12. So if I go up to like 17 pounds, it's not too bad. My blood pressure was 118/80. Holy crap, I haven't seen it that low in like forever. And that's actually a good, like, blood pressure. So she said that because I've had blood pressure issues in the past, that I'm not 100% like free from the fact that when I'm over 30 weeks, the blood pressure could rise a bit. So she's just going to keep monitoring it, and that's all good. The fetal heartbeat was 140 to 145. So Honesty is doing really well. I'm measuring well. It's really awesome because we go for my ultrasound in like 2-3 weeks. I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to see her again. And I want to make sure that the tech didn't make a mistake and she's still a girl. Another good piece of news was that the OB said that she's about 99.5% sure that my low-laying placenta is cleared up because of how my uterus has been growing on schedule, on such. So I should be able to deliver vaginally, which is great news. I really am still struggling with the choice of epidural, no epidural. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I know, like I said in videos before, there's been many a woman who has decided to go medication free and who survived and who took the pain and who, you know, just lived to tell the experience. And it just feels like if, I don't know, you know, like if we were meant to take medication, we would have an automatic response that would be like taking medication, if you know what I mean, which we kind of do. Sometimes when you hit a pain threshold, you stop feeling the pain. But I don't know how good that is either, because if something bad happens, I won't be able to say, oh, something's happening. Of course, there are doctors there, and they can deal with that. I have been going to bed at different hours still, sometimes early, sometimes late, and then sometimes sleeping a lot, sometimes not sleeping enough, getting naps in. I still have some undigested stool issue going on, plus I get itchy every couple of nights, like either like on my arms, my legs, my tummy, and basically everywhere but my face gets itchy. And so I told the OB that, and she said, just in case, I'm going to get some liver tests done. And I was like, oh gosh, it's funny you're saying that. I was like, because I did some research. She's like, don't tell me you found the diagnosis of cholestasis. And I was like, yeah, intrahepatic cholestasis of pregnancy, ICP. And she was like, oh goodness. She's like, and then I was like, I also found stuff on pups and a couple other different things. She's like, well, it's definitely not pups because you're not presenting with a rash. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But it could be ICP. And one reason why we could think that is that I don't have a gallbladder. I had last known fatty liver a few months ago. Maybe even a year ago I found out. Just trying to think. I know it was months before the pregnancy that I found out I had a fatty liver. So there could be some liver issue going on. So she just wants to test to be sure. She's not saying 100% that there is anything wrong at all. It could just be the pregnancy hormones in the third trimester causing me to have this issue. I've also been getting hot flashes. I seriously feel like an old woman. And to the point where we have an air conditioner in our room, and for at least the first half hour when I go to bed, I cannot have any like blanket on me. Then I get a little chilly, put some blanket on, and then when I wake up, the blanket's half on, half off. But when I do keep the blanket on during the evening, and oh gosh, when I wake up and it's still on, I am usually sweating, which is really annoying. Yesterday or the day before, actually it was probably the day before, my left boob hurt something awful. Oh my gosh, did it ever pain me. And my left armpit as well, which is where I have that little lump. Oh, I also made a doctor's appointment with my family doctor to get a second opinion on my breasts and my lump. I know he's not a specialist, but it's good to get even his opinion, and then maybe he can send me to another specialist who will take this more seriously. I was going to tell him about the yellow discharge from my vagina, and then I've got like that yellow mucus coming out of my nose. I'm still going to tell him that because, I mean, I've had a history of sinus infections, so maybe there is something going on. Who knows? Like, I don't feel sick. Sometimes I feel a little, like my nose a little runny. Could be just allergies, who knows, but to have yellow everywhere, it's just odd. I've been having a red face, especially on the right hand side for some odd reason. Like, I don't know, and like it's kind of, it's pretty dry. There's dry patches, and then like underneath it kind of feels a little oily. The joys of having combination skin that's being worsened by pregnancy. I've been a little moody this week. A couple times this week I've been really cranky. Went to a family event on Saturday, I was good. Then I went to a family event on Sunday and I was cranky. Like with like everyone at first, but then I kind of was fine. I don't know what was going on. I was just really cranky. And then I was cranky another day this week with my husband and with like my mom and my grandmother, and so yeah, I don't know. There was just a couple days that I was moody. Then I woke up from a short nap where I was like I was sitting up this way. It's exactly like this. And I woke up because I don't know if something startled me or what, but I woke up and my heart was racing. And it was really weird. This is the second or third time this has happened, waking up while pregnant, and my heart is just going vroom, 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 vroom. Like, I'm like, oh my god, like, what the heck? I have no idea what just happened. And so, I'm not sure what that is. Last time I told her, she didn't seem concerned. So, I mean, whatever. I should be okay. Might have just been because something startled me, or I was having a dream and my heart was racing from the dream. I don't know. So, we also had a maternity shoot. So exciting. I'm going to put up some photos right now. You can see a couple of them. And we had a blast. We were supposed to have another person do our photos, but unfortunately, the day that we were going to have a nice day this week, she was busy. We had planned to do the photo shoot this Saturday, tomorrow. However, the weather's supposed to be crap and raining, and I wanted, as I said, beach photos with a sunset. And so on Monday, we're like, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. We just had our parents over for supper, and we're like, you know what, guys, we're going to go to the beach. It's amazing. The sun's awesome. And they understood, and so they left a little earlier than they probably would have. And we went, and we got some pretty nice photos. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better day. Oh goodness, 10 more weeks. I'm ecstatic. Oh my god, 10 more weeks. In anticipation for week 30, this is what the app I'm expecting says about week 30. What's happening to your body? If you haven't done so already, now is a good time to figure out your birth plan. Getting there. A birth plan allows you to think about what type of experience you want during labor and delivery and immediately after your baby is born. But remember, a birth plan is just that, a plan. You can change your mind at any time, and while your doctor or healthcare provider will do his or her best to follow your desires, their job is to ensure your health and that of your baby. So be prepared to be flexible when the big moment arrives. Due to the high hormone levels in your body that are needed to maintain pregnancy, your body is slowing down its digestive process. This slowing down may result in an increase in constipation. To keep things moving comfortably, get regular exercise, drinking lots of water in, and try upping your fiber intake. That's kind of cool. Side note, I don't know if you remember or if you watched the vlog from last week, but I'm going to start a fructose malabsorption diet. Well, not a diet, but a lifestyle, just because I feel like maybe that's why I get tired after eating, since I don't have the whole diabetes thing. Maybe it's a different sugar that's causing my tiredness, and just different issues that I'm having, like the undigested stool and so on and so forth. So I am trying the fructose malabsorption lifestyle, starting in the next few days. We go get groceries tomorrow, and I'll be putting a grocery haul up about the fructose malabsorption. I'll explain what it is a little bit, and I'll explain what I'm allowed to eat and what I got in the grocery haul. And then maybe another day I'll make a video this coming week of what I've eaten for breakfast, lunch, and supper. Just a quick little video, a snippet to let you know. This is kind of like what I'm doing on the low fructose lifestyle. So I should be upping my fiber intake with that, and I do drink lots of water. The only thing is I haven't been really getting regular exercise aside from walking, and we only do that maybe 4 times a week. So it's okay, but it could be more. And continuing on, drinking different types of herbal teas may help with the various side effects of pregnancy. Chamomile can help with indigestion, ginger root with nausea, and peppermint with bloating. Another symptom I've had, just to interrupt again there, is like pelvic pressure galore. Like sometimes even pain. And I've been getting Braxton Hicks contractions, which was confirmed by my doctor, that they can come with pain or they can be painless. And mine had been painless. I'm not sure if they still are, but I finally felt the tightening of my uterus a couple times, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. So I know they're happening now, and she said from here on out, contractions are just going to keep coming, keep getting more intense until labor. These are Braxton Hicks, they're not like full-out contractions. Continuing on, if sitting is uncomfortable, try to be more aware of your posture. As your baby becomes bigger, your center of gravity changes, making you more prone to falls. You may also find yourself slouching more. Maintaining proper posture will help relieve pain in your back and shoulders. Exercising and stretching will have beneficial effects now, and down the road being active now will help you have more energy during the remaining weeks of the pregnancy and will increase your stamina for birth. You only have about 10 weeks to go. Keep up the great work. You can do it. What's happening with your baby in week 30? Your baby is the size of a large cabbage. I don't know how they gauge this by vegetables. There's like different sizes of large cabbage, you know. Your baby now measures approximately 15.7 inches long from head to heel. At this point, your baby weighs about 3 pounds, as I was saying. Your baby is very conscious of its environment. It's becoming more sensitive to light and can distinguish between sunlight and artificial light. Its eyes can also move in its sockets, and your baby is more attuned to sound, taste, and smell. His or her lungs are working at near optimal levels. At this point, you will also be able to tell if your baby has the hiccups by the rhythmic twitching in your uterus. I wonder, there was one day this week where it felt like my belly spasmed. I was like, whoa, is she having a seizure in there? I looked it up, apparently. Babies can't have seizures in the womb, but of course you just wonder. And maybe she was hiccuping. Who knows? That's kind of interesting. I'll have to pay more attention to that and let you guys know in the next few weeks. That's all I have for today. Like I said, I'm going to do a grocery haul tomorrow and either put it up tomorrow or Sunday. And then I'll do a video sometime this week once I fully start the low fructose lifestyle, and I'll show you an example of what I eat at breakfast, what I eat at lunch, what I eat at supper, and if I have any snacks. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening and an amazing weekend, even though it's going to be a rainy one here in this city. If you live in the city that I live in, you're probably going to be like stuck in the house for most of it, but that's okay. Have a good weekend anyway. Thanks for watching. Namaste.
I'm so pregnant. You already know I'm in the last month. I can't even see my toes. I'm so pregnant. Can't fit any clothes. Don't ask me the name. I don't know.
I said, baby, don't kick me. I might just go pee-pee.